What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shawn Gonzalez and this is Gonzalez Films. Before I start, I just want to mention that I'm not getting paid to mention any of these items. So I'm doing a review on two scopes, the Elmoscope 1 and the Singer 16D. The reason is, they're very similar in quality and they're very similar in build design. These are both anamorphic projector lenses with a 2x squeeze, and they're made for 16mm projectors, and they're still used in modern filmmaking today. This lens is not that rare, you see them on eBay all the time. The more common one you find on eBay is the blue coating ones. This one has a gold coating, so they may pop up every once in a while, but the Singer 16D has a blue coating, which is more common in anamorphic projector lenses, and you see them all the time. These lenses go for around $400 to $450 online. That's the mint condition ones. You can probably find them for around $200, $250 if they're a little more used, with a couple hairline scratches on the glass, maybe some chipped paint, or maybe it needs like a lens tune-up or something, or re-greasing. But they're still worth it. If you could find one for a good price, make sure you grab it. This one I was lucky enough to find locally, and it was basically a new old stock lens. And what that means is, it just basically sat in the box the entire time without having any use to it whatsoever. It's in pristine condition. The box is a little bit used and beat up, but the lens is in great shape. The Singer 16D I got off of eBay from a seller, which I don't think they knew what he was selling. They were selling a whole bunch of projector equipment, and I shot them an offer just for the lens and they accepted it, so I got it for a good deal. It's a little more on the used side, but it's still tack sharp, still has a great flare, great image. I re-greased it so it's super smooth now and it focuses great. This lens is a little more on the longer side of scopes compared to other lenses I've had or used, meaning you could probably only go so wide with it. 50mm is as wide as you're going to get with this lens and above. So 50mm is a sweet spot for this lens. Keep that in mind when buying it. So I'm going to go over some of the specs and details for both of these lenses. The front glass element is 51.6mm and the rear is 41.4mm, the same on both lenses. It has a rear thread size of 49.5mm and a rear barrel size of 52.1mm, also the same on both lenses. No front threads, but the barrel is 73.9mm in diameter on the Elmo and 73.5mm on the Singer 16D. The Singer has 60.9mm threads on the front of it. The Elmo is 5 inches long at infinity and 4.5 inches at its minimum. The Singer is also 5 inches long at infinity and 4.5 inches at its minimum. It weighs 1 pound 3.9 ounces or 566 grams. The Singer is 1 pound 3 ounces or 538 grams. When using either of these lenses, you have to double focus, and what that means is you have to focus on your scope lens and your taking lens to achieve a sharp image. Yes, I know that sucks, but you can always use an FED like I do. Trust me, it makes things a whole lot easier. I said this earlier, but both lenses have a 2x squeeze and have to be de-squeezed in post for a proper aspect ratio. 2:3:9:1 is the standard, so depending on your camera, you may need to crop it a bit. Both lenses, the Elmoscope 1 and the Singer 16D, were used in the 60s and the 70s, so that makes these things 60 plus years old. The Elmo brand seems to have a nice variety of lenses out there, going from the Elmoscope 1 first generation to the more higher premium Elmoscope 2, then the Elmoscope 16mm, and then it trickles down into the other designs. Both of these lenses are made in Japan, as well as a lot of other anamorphic projection lenses are made in Japan. As you can see, it says it on the box. It even says it on the lenses themselves. The builds on these lenses are 90% the same design, and they're made by a company named Nissin, but branded Elmoscope, Singer, or even the Sankor lineup. The only difference is the barrels or the coatings on the glass. Other than that, they have the same optical quality. Both of these lenses have different color coatings on them, so the Elmoscope 1 has more of a yellow gold on it, giving off that color flare, while the Singer 16D has more of a bluish purple tint to it, gives off that color flare. I'm going to do some test shots for you guys with both of these lenses. I'm going to show you flares, bokeh, and the sharpness. bokeh and flares on these lenses are really pronounced. They look really good. And what I like most is that they both have that vintage character look to them. And I prefer that over any other sharp or really sharp newer anamorphics that are out today. That's what makes these lenses so great. Since this lens doesn't have any front threads, what I did was I removed the beauty ring, I took some measurements, I drew up a sketch, and I had a custom adapter made by Raf Camera. As you can see, from the sketch to real life, he does amazing work, and I highly recommend him. I'll put his link to his website down in the description for you guys, so you guys can check him out. If you ever need something made, make sure you go to him. He does really great work. This adapter was made so I can use my FVD-16A on the front, so I can single focus this setup and bring the glasses as close together as possible without touching. You can see how much of a gap there is in the front of this lens, so if I went the clamp route, that would introduce a lot of vignetting and would not be good for the image. Side note, you probably see a bunch of gaffer tape around the whole barrel of this lens, which I think the barrel is kind of a design flaw because it's really sharp all the way around the lens and you can get blisters on your fingers, which is why I put the gaffer tape. It's easier to use. I just thought I'd mention that for you guys because I know you're probably wondering why is there tape all the way around the barrel, so that's the reason. For the rear of this lens, I also use a Raf Camera adapter. This one specifically is made for IceCo, the IceCo projection lens. I'll put the link in the description for you guys just in case you want to buy it from his website. Then from there, I purchased a 55 to 52 millimeter step-up ring. This way it's interchangeable with most of my taking lenses. Like I said earlier, both lenses are the exact same size, so all the parts are going to fit perfectly if you have either lens, the Sigma 16D or the Elmoscope one. The custom adapter that I had made is on his website. The rear clamps are also on his website. The filter rings I believe I purchased off of Amazon. I'll link those down below as well, just in case you want to order. Both of these lenses, whether it's a Sigma 16D or the Elmoscope one, are great lenses. If you could find one for a good deal, make sure you grab it. It doesn't matter if you're just getting into anamorphics or you've been shooting anamorphic for a while. They both give great results. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate the support. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below for the next video that you guys want to see. And I'll see you guys next time.